Alright, what's going on guys, it's Alice here, and in this video we are going to be reviewing 3 new Godzilla toys from the Playmates Monsterverse line. Those 3 toys are going to be the Thermonuclear Godzilla from King of the Monsters, Kong from Skull Island, and Vark. Now, I was really lucky to find these figures on my first try within the last few days at my local Walmart. And I did find more than just these copies, but I went ahead and left the other ones for other collectors to buy. And if you guys are wondering whether or not you guys can find this at your local Walmarts or not, I'm going to go ahead and put the barcodes at the end of this video so you guys can screenshot that, try to search it up and see if it's at your local Walmarts. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and review these figures. Now, first things first, we have Thermonuclear Godzilla from King of the Monsters. Guys, I am so impressed by this figure. Playmates in the last year has done a really good job with their Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire figures, and with this being a brand new figure in their Monsterverse line, I'm actually really glad that they made a Thermonuclear Godzilla. As you guys can see, the whole body is translucent orange. Obviously, if we put a flashlight behind it, the light's gonna shine through. And they are using the standard Godzilla mold from the Monsterverse. If we take a closer look, the whole head and jaw is actually rubber, so it's actually flexible. Going down to the arms, they are also made out of rubber and are flexible as well, but rotating the arms and legs, they have the standard rotation just like the other Godzilla figures. And if we look at the feet, they're actually made of rubber as well, so his toes are bendy and flexible. And if we go back to the tail, it is also flexible as well, and so are the dorsal plates. Now, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm such a big fan of these rubbery parts, like the bendy parts on the figure. It does add a little bit of weight to the figure, making it a little bit heavier, so it doesn't feel cheap and light, if you know what I'm talking about. It makes the figure feel way more legit. And as you guys can see, it does come with an atomic breath piece, which is also a little bit flexible, just like the other rubber parts. And finally, for the best part, let's go ahead and put this in front of a flashlight. Well, there it is, guys. Here is Thermonuclear Godzilla, fully translucent in front of a flashlight. Looks absolutely beautiful. And I want to remind you guys that this figure was only $10. For a $10 figure, you get an accessory and this translucent feature. I'm not gonna lie to you guys when I say that Playmates has absolutely exceeded my expectations within the last year. This is definitely one of my more favorite figures of the more recent Godzilla releases that they've had. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10, and I would highly recommend you guys to get this figure if you can find it at your local Walmarts. All right, next up we have Kong from Skull Island. And at first glance, I was looking at it and I was like, it kind of looks like the old Kong figures, but no, it actually looks a little bit different. If you look at the paint on this figure, the color is more gray than how he actually looks in the Skull Island movie. He was way more brown than this, but I was determined to find what's so different about this figure compared to previous Kong figures. And his arms and legs are actually made out of rubber, so they're also flexible to bend around. And why that's a good thing, like I said, it adds weight to the figure, so it feels like more of a legit figure, not some cheap light toy made for kids. Although these toys are made for kids, they do make great collector items on the shelf. This figure does come with accessories like a propeller weapon, just like how he used in the movie. Details and paint on it look absolutely amazing. I love the metallic look on it. It also comes with a little tiny helicopter, and upon playing with the helicopter, I was actually a little disappointed that the propellers on there don't spin as well, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a $10 figure. Can't really complain when it actually comes with accessories. Paya Toys, SH Monster Arts, I'm talking to you. Take notes. Anyways, guys, here's a little comparison to some other Kong figures that we have here. As you can see, this time they did use a different head mold, obviously because it's an older Kong from an older movie. And as you guys can see, the head is also a little bit smaller. Would I recommend this figure? Heck yeah, I'd recommend this figure. It's a pretty solid one. And you know, I don't mind the gray. It could use some fixing, but to be honest with you, like I said, with the rubbery parts and the flexible limbs, it does add weight to the figure. Yeah, for $10, you just can't go wrong with this. All right, guys, we finally have Vark from Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And guys, this figure actually impressed me a lot. If we take a look at the figure, I just want you guys to appreciate the amount of details we have on this mold. Like, guys, look at the head, look at the body, look at the arms. Everything about this figure is actually really nice. And this figure isn't light either. There is some weight to it. Looking at the articulation, the head can twist, the arms can bend forward and backward, and there are elbow joints that go left and right and front and back. Same with the hind legs, they can move back and forth, and there are knee joints that can move left and right, front and back. As for the tail, it does twist around. Unfortunately, this figure does not come with any accessories, but this is a really solid figure. Like I said, guys, Playmates has really exceeded my expectations in the last year, and I'm really excited to find their Emerald Mothra figure, which is a figure that's missing here, obviously, that I wasn't able to find yet. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of all of these new Playmates releases. Are you guys gonna pick it up? These are definitely great items to have on your shelf if you can find them. Like I said, if you wait till the end of the video, I'll go ahead and post barcodes so you guys can try to find it at your local Walmarts. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the review video on these Playmates toys. Be sure to leave a like, and we'll hunt for that Emerald Mothra pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.